100 people locked in already. Let's get the likes up to past 100. We need 20 people to smash the thumbs up button for 100 likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Loads of stuff to talk about today, man. There's a bit of news coming out about Morgan Gibbs-White. There's news about Tijani Reinders. And, of course, we need to address the comments made by Pep Guardiola yesterday in the press conference where he threatened to leave the football club if the club does not reduce the size of the squad. So we need to speak about that. Is it the correct thing to do? And if we are going to go down that road of reducing the size of the squad, which players are on the chopping block? Who needs to go? Smash these likes up. Let's have a look who you guys is in the building. Shout out to Minnie. Shout out to Epic Nin. Bro, I swear down, I've not seen you for time. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Cheryl, Lee Gates. Big up Martin in the chat as well. Shout out to Frank, Ashaz, Akshit. Kerry's in the building. Big up to Nevans. I use Magic. Big up to you. AKM, Iron Man, Tommy, Frank. Big up to Party Time as well. Mateo, Musa, AKM. Sam's in the building. Ketu Pat. Big up to you, bro. Farid, good to see you, bro. Big up to Jason, Uzma, Sebastian. Shout out Nariman, Rehan. Shout out Briggsy, man. Hemster. Big up to you. Jasnine. McCluskey's in the building. Echeverry, shout out Pulpy as well. Macolo, Andrew, James, shout out Mad Hatter, Louise, Gamer. Good to see you guys. Make sure you smash the likes if you've not done so already. Right, here we go. Let's start off actually before we get into the sort of rebuild and who needs to be sold, because I'm gonna deep this today. I want to know who needs to be sold from this football club. Yeah, there is a little bit of news coming out. It literally dropped about 10 minutes ago about Morgan Gibbs-White, and I wanted to get you guys' opinion on this because it's a little bit cheaper than maybe some of us thought it was going to be. Where is it? Here we go. Nottingham Forest will expect about £70 million from Morgan Gibbs-White, with Wolves due about 10% of any profit, which that is cheaper than I initially thought, because if you remember when this news first broke, they said it was 100 million, which is why I think a lot of people lost their shit. The Morgan Gibbs-White, the Nottingham Forest squad fully expect Gibbs-White to leave this summer. I think, to be honest with you, this definitely gets done. I think this deal definitely gets done. I'm 99% sure that City signed Morgan Gibbs-White this summer. I think the price is a price that City will be happy to pay. I don't know if you guys saw the video of Morgan Gibbs-White when the Nottingham Forest fans asked him about whether or not he's going to leave or not. And like, bro, it was so bad. Like, he was obviously leaving. This guy's obviously leaving the football club. And yeah, I think City will get him. I've been speaking about it then in the group chat, man. I don't know if this is a good signing or not. Like, not to sit on the fence, because I'm not. Like, I feel like it could bang or it could just be like utter shit. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Hopefully, it is going to be a good signing if we're spending 70 million quid on him. I've seen enough of him to see that, like, why City are interested and to see some quality. Like, some of the passes that he's put into the box for Chris Wood has been fantastic. He has that deep lying like ball that he can put into the box, which is decent. But at the same time, he's not a player that's ever sort of like stunned me with his performances. I've never really watched him and been like, oh my God, this guy is absolutely beast. You know what I mean? So it's one of them. If we look at his numbers as well for this season, I don't think they're that impressive. Let's have a look. Current season. See what you guys are saying. £70 million. What the fuck, says Itchy Goat. Morgan Gibbs-White does not fit at all. He plays counter-attacking football. Edison staying boom. Where's this come from? Where's that come from? 10 goals, 7 assists. They're all right, man. But this, again, man, we're talking about Kevin De Bruyne replacement here, man, innit? We're talking about a Kevin De Bruyne replacement here. Oh, Craig mentioned it, right? I'll go to Craig's chats in a second. I don't know, man. I think he's all right. I think he's a decent player. I think it could work. But at the same time, if he did absolutely dead, it would honestly just not surprise me one little bit, bro. Stop being biased, I'll be shit. No way near Verts. I didn't say he was anywhere near Verts, bro. I don't think he's shit. 10 assists and 17 goals is not shit. The question is he good enough? Yeah, that's the question. I don't know. We'll find out. But I hope he is, man. I hope he is. 10 goals, 7 assists ain't bad for midfield. I agree. Come on, mate. English players are always expensive. 70 million quid is all right. I don't think 70 million quid is like mad overpriced. I think it is overpriced by about 10, 15 million. But yeah, I don't think it's crazy money. Cherky has a 20 million release clause. Yeah, but he's a different type of player. He's a different type of player. He's a player that's more sort of like trying to unlock the low blocks than Gibbs White's more sort of. I think Gibbs White's going to be used as a volume creator. I think Gibbs White's going to be used as a player that's a volume creator. That's like in the team. It's like your job is to create chances, like multiple chances a game. Where I feel like, Cherky is more of a player that's sort of like unlock a defense. You know what I'm saying? Zachary Sims shouldn't Foden step up and take that burden like he did last season. Yeah, he should. However, this season is not, and we can't just not sign a player in expectation that Foden's going to be back next year, because if Foden's not back next year and we've not signed anybody, we're screwed. So the club has to sign somebody and just hope that Foden gets on it as well at the same time. Who has 17 GNA in our team? Not a lot of players. I think Foden does, actually. But yeah, not a lot of players, Jonathan. Facts. We can't replace KDB. End of. Factual. Yeah, facts. So you just have to try and get the best players that you can potentially get in. I don't know if you guys seen this. Let me pull up this graph, not graph, but this lineup builder that Nobbins did. Let me pull up this. Did you guys see this on Twitter today from Nobbins? That's his. Why is it? Why get that off this fucking screen? There we go. This is Nobbins did this on Twitter today. So you've got goalkeeper, Guardiola on the left, Diaz on the right. I'd like to see that be Huzanov personally. Rodri, Reinders, Gibbs White. Yeah, we're going to need 2 new fullbacks because we don't have any for the left back and the right back. And these fullbacks, as we've spoken about pure times, need to be able to get crosses into the box. Yeah, we can't have these fullbacks who can't cross the ball. Yeah, if this is how we're going to play. And it also then you ask questions about where the wingers are going to play, because this system doesn't have wingers. Then you have Marmoush and Foden in behind Haaland. I really like that system. I really, really, really like that system. I think it looks like you've got that sort of box midfield. You've got the box midfield, which we deployed in the treble year. Obviously, it's a different type of box. It's actual midfielders rather than a defender, but it's a box midfield, which I like. You've effectively got 3 at the back, and sort of Rodri plays deep, which is good because he can play those balls over the top and that. But we need fullbacks. I also don't like Diaz in that system. I want that to be Huzanov personally. But I like that system. But we need a left back and we need right backs, and these players have to be able to get up and down the line and get crosses in. Which is why I've said I think we need 3. I've said for me, I think we need 3, not just 1, 3. But I like that. I like it. I really like it. I think it's impressive. I think that looks cool. This is swapped. So on this system, he swapped Gibbs White for Foden. So if you wanted Foden to play a little bit deeper, you could have Gibbs White closer to the attacker, potentially. Don't really matter. It just depends who's doing what, man. But yeah, I like it, man. I like that. So I like that 11 that he's put out. I rate it. I think it's decent, mate. I think it is decent. Anyway, smash these likes up, guys. I want to be speaking about these comments that Pep Guardiola made as well last night. Smash these likes up if you've not done so already. Shout out to Holman as well for becoming a channel member, bro. Appreciate the support. Link is in the description. Pin comment as well if anyone wants to become a channel member. But yeah, these comments that Pep mentioned last night in the post-match press conference, like, bro, they were wild. They were wild comments. Like, did you really need to say that last night, man? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Let's pull up the comments again. Let's pull up the comments again and go through it, and then we can go through the squad and work out who needs to leave, because someone needs to leave. You know, multiple players need to leave. Let's pull up these comments, man. Let's pull up these comments. Where are you, Pep? Where are you? Here we go. Let's have a look. Here we go, guys. So this is what he said last night, which took a lot of people by surprise. Pep Guardiola has told Man City does not want a big squad next season, which is not what he said 3 months ago, 4 months ago, because 4 months ago he said that he was prepared to have a bigger squad, but he said now that he doesn't want it. He said to the club, I don't want that. I don't want to put 5, 6 players in the tribune. I don't want that. I will quit, which is kind of crazy. If they don't make a short squad, I will not stay. It's impossible for my soul to put players in the tribune and cannot play. Now it has happened because we added 4 players 3 or 4 months, we could not select 11 players. We didn't have defenders. So difficult after Pep came back. Sorry, after people came back. And next season, it cannot be like that. As a manager, I cannot be training 24 players. When I select, there has to be 4, 5, 6 staying in Manchester at home because they can't play. This isn't going to happen. I said to the club, I don't want that. I don't want to have. So this is the crucial bit for the game that we're about to play, chat. This is the crucial bit for the game we're about to play, yeah, of who gets sold. I don't want to have 24, 25, 26 players. So I'm going off the basis that he wants 23 max. So when we're doing our squad building in a minute, and we'll go through all the players and we'll put in the new players that we're going to sign, bear that in mind. Bear that in mind that we're not allowed more than 23 players. Pep's words, not mine. So this is, yeah, I think it's 20 plus the 3. I think that includes the 3 goalkeepers. I think that includes the three goalkeepers. Nah, Justin, I've watched it. I don't think it was a joke, man. I don't think it was a joke. I think he's being serious. He doesn't want a big squad. He's never wanted a big squad. He's never ever wanted a big squad. He's never had a big squad. And yeah, I think he would, Briggsy. I think he would. I think if he doesn't get the squad smaller, I don't think he'll stay. I think he genuinely does want it. I mean, who knows? No one knows whether he's being legit. I think he's being legit. I think he does not want a big squad whatsoever. He's never had one in his career. And I think he's being honest. I think he's saying, I don't want to have big players. I don't want to have a big squad and have to tell players they're staying at home. I don't think he wants it. I think he's being legit. It's not going to happen anyway because the club will listen to him. The club will get rid of some of these players. Anyway, so yeah, bear in mind, 23 players is the max players we're allowed. Yeah, the max players. So just bearing that in mind for when we play the game in a minute. If I have injuries, unlucky. We will have some players from the academy and we will do it. But I cannot sustain for the emotional, the soul of the team. We have to create another connection between each other that this season we lost a little bit with the players knowing that week by week they have to stay at home. Players have to be here to fight between them to play, and they have to be the right number. A lot of injuries, unlucky, we have to do it. Okay, so cool. That's fine. However, you live by the sword, die by the sword. If we end up keeping players that are constantly injured and that, then, and it goes south next year, then that's obviously a you problem, isn't it? So this is cool. And if you want a smaller squad, I'm down for it. But we have to be 100% ruthless. Yeah? Because injuries have killed us this year. And I'm not going to sit here and say, Pep's ridiculous here. Like, in an ideal world, I want a bigger squad, right? I want a bigger squad. I think the games are becoming more about pace and power, which puts more pressure on the legs and more pressure on the hamstring muscles and all that kind of shit, which means you're going to get more injuries. Right? I'd like a bigger squad, yeah. But at the same time, if Pep wants a smaller squad, I'm not going to slam that idea because ultimately that's what we've had for the last 4 years. And we've won 4 Premier League titles and a treble, including the Champions League. So it's worked. My thing is, if you're going to go down this road of having a small squad, 95% of those players cannot be carried. They have to be available. That means anybody that's injury prone, see you later, pal. You're gone. They have to be quality players. Quality players. We cannot afford, to have a squad that's small, full of mediocre players, which in my opinion, I think a lot of the players in our current squad are mediocre. So that means we need better players. Yeah? So basically, you got to be ruthless, mate. Yeah, we can't be carrying no one. That means we're going to have to say some goodbyes to some players that some people won't agree with. We're going to have to say some goodbyes to players that maybe are available, don't get injured, but are just not good enough. We're going to have to get rid of players that are good enough, but are injury prone. But if you want to go down this road, that's the only option. Otherwise, next season, your good players that are injury prone will be injured. And you'll be playing mediocre players who are available. You'll be losing matches. You'll be drawing matches going, why are we not winning? I'll tell you why you're not winning. Because your good players are injured and your mediocre players are playing week in, week out. And we sat there in 6th, 7th position or whatever. We knocked out the Champions League. And everyone finally goes, you know what? We need to get ruthless. But it's another season wasted. This is why I've said, for me personally, I believe this summer transfer window will dictate the next 5 to 10 years of success or failure for this football club. We have to get this summer transfer window right. And I actually start to think that the outgoings are just as important, maybe even more important than the incomings. Because if you let the wrong players go, you're cooked. If you don't let enough players go, you're cooked. Yeah? It's time for a fire sale, man. We got to get rid of a lot of these players, and a lot of people are not going to like it. But it's the only way. It's the only way. If we want to get back on top, it's the only way. So, yeah, I thought them comments were quite interesting. I really did. I thought they were very interesting comments. And like I say, for me, the number of players that I'm having is 23, because that's the number that Pep didn't mention. So we need to go through the squad now. We need to evaluate every player on if they're good enough and availability. And we need to get that squad size down to 23, including the add-ons. So that's what we need to do now. That's what we're going to play. This is the game. So get yourself involved. In fact, let me watch this on chat, see if it works. It's still a bit weird. No, it's not working today. No, it's not working. It's only new. The chat thing for the screen is new. So yeah, it's not working right now. But let me do these super chats, then we'll get straight in. Pletty Gold tweet. Is this fake news? Is this fake news? Plettenberg tweet. James McAtee has received several inquiries from Bundesliga, with Bayer Leverkusen still keen on him. The next step will depend on Leverkusen appointing a new manager. Departure from Manchester City remains possible. Premier League clubs are on it. All right, cool, yeah. Fairs. Yeah, I've just seen it. Yeah, McAtee is probably going to leave, and we'll go through the list. Shout out Radu, man. Big up to you, bro. I've asked this question on Twitter this morning, who to leave, and the answers are interesting, to say the least. Johnny, Jack, Eddie, Cover, Ortega, and McAtee, says Radu. Yeah, most of them are probably right. I'm going to go through the squad now. We'll go through every single one. We need to get the squad size down to 23, because that's what Pep's saying. He says he wants a 23-man squad. Yeah, and that includes the 3 goalkeepers for me. Yeah, so we'll go through it now. Shout out Radu, man. Shout out Patrick, says LB, looking good, Bray. Give me the good news. Vibes are much higher after the special night last night. What you thinking? English player quota. Cheers, Bray. Well, if you have a 23-man squad, you need 6 homegrown players. But if some of those players are under the age of 21, you don't need 6, you need less. Remember, in the Premier League, Champions League slightly different. In the Premier League, there is no minimum number of homegrown players. You do not need any homegrown players to play in the Premier League, but you're not allowed more than 17 non-homegrown players. But if those non-homegrown players are under 21, they don't count as a non-homegrown player. So, yeah, if we say that we've got no players under the age of 21, and he wants a 23-man squad, he needs 6 homegrown players. So, again, that's something to bear in mind, bro. That is something to bear in mind. And, of course, as you'll see, as we're about to go through this exercise and play this game of who we're selling a lot of English players. That's basically the situation. Now, Bill Patrick and shout out Echo Falls says squad size isn't a problem when you have quality of depth. I agree, which is what I said, innit, bro? I completely agree. I don't mind having a small squad, and I don't think anyone should mind having a small squad, because we've had a small squad for the last 4 years. Yeah, and we've won the Premier League 4 years in a row. The difference is we had a better squad, miles better. And we've done that game loads of times. How many times have we compared the treble winning squad to today's squad? It's crazy. The quality difference, the quality gap is absolutely insane. So I favour quality over quantity. Yeah, I favour quality over quantity. I'd rather have 15 world-class players to choose from than 23 players who are all mid. That's my opinion, yeah? Because I think quality will out. You need a little bit of luck with your injuries. But look at Liverpool. Liverpool don't have a mad big squad. They've got quality players. Alisson, Van Dijk, Trent. Yeah, Gravenberch has done mega. Salah. They've got quality players, world-class players. Not everywhere, but they've got world-class players in multiple positions. And they've been lucky. They've not had too many injuries. Obviously, Alisson's been injured, but they've got a good backup. Salah stayed fit. Van Dijk stayed fit. Trent stayed fit for a majority of the season. He did get injured, but, they've won the league. So there you go. Right, let's do this exercise. Guys. Here we go, chat. Right, smash these likes up, guys. Remember, we need to get this squad down to 23. We need to get this squad down to 23. That's the aim of the game. Yeah, let me open Notepad. In fact, let me open Excel. Yeah. Excel, man. I'm going to use an Excel because it's got the fucking numbers. Right, okay, so. Edison. In fact, what was Craig saying before? Craig saying apparently he might stay now. What? Surely not. Did Craig say he might still chat? Did Craig say he might still? Still. Fucking hell, I can't speak. Did Craig say he might stay? Let me have a look at Craig's messages. Let me see what he said. Exclusive. Edison's agent Mendes has met with City official Hugo Viana to discuss future of Edison. Now regarding an extra year added to the contract, also discussed Bernardo and Costa. Edison doesn't have many offers, and those offers he does have come from Saudi. He feels at 31 it may be too soon to leave Europe. City want him to either sign a new deal or leave this year, but not next year on a free. Further talks are planned next week, with one final attempt being made for Edison to extend the contract. Otherwise, it will have to be sold. City will not go into the season with 2 goalkeepers on 12-month deal. City have offered 4 contracts. Wow. We'll see then, innit? We'll see. Hopefully he stays. Hopefully he stays. Right, so it's kind of irrelevant here on the goalkeeper situation, who stays and who goes, because ultimately you need 3 goalkeepers. One suggestion that I have seen put out there is that you go with 2 goalkeepers and your third choice goalkeeper is an EDS, academy goalkeeper. It's a little bit risky because if your 2 goalkeepers do get injured, you're playing an academy goalkeeper. However, risk versus reward. How many times in the last 20 years have you seen a team need to play a third choice goalkeeper? Not often. Funny enough, I think Real Madrid did it last year, with Lunin. But usually, it's not really that often that you see a third choice goalkeeper. Pep won't want that. I don't think so either. So I'm going to go for 3 goalkeepers, right? So goalkeeper 1, goalkeeper 2, goalkeeper 3. Yeah? So now we've got 20 positions left. You might just keep Carson. Yeah, maybe. But we're not cutting any goalkeepers. So we need to cut players. Yeah? We've got 20 positions left and we need to go into the defense. Right, let's have a look. Defense. Current defenders. Akanji, Ake, Ruben Diaz, Josko Gvardiol, Abdelkadir Huzanov, Rico Lewis, Vita Hayes, John Stones, Kyle Walker, Wilson Esbrand. Okay, so easy. Wilson Esbrand, gone. Easy. Kyle Walker, gone. For me, Stones has got to go. We'll work our way right to left. I think Stones has got to go, guys. Yeah? The guy can't stay fit. He's played 1,100 minutes this season. He's a quality player, but he isn't available. He's got the worst injury record I've ever seen for a Manchester City player, other than maybe Stefan Jovetic. Yeah. Was he called Stefan Jovetic? Was he called Stefan? Was he called Stefan, chat? Jovetic. Stefan Jovetic. Josko Jovetic. Stefan Jovetic. It was called Stefan, yeah? Yeah, he's got a bad injury record anyway. Yeah, put it that way. I think you've got to sell him. Chat, I think you've got to sell Josko. John Stones. Yes or no in the chat? Yes or no? I'm not doing polls. It'll take too long. Yes or no in the chat, guys? Are we selling Stones? I think you got to sell Stones, mate. I think you've got to sell Stones. Yeah. Right, everyone agrees. Right, sell list. Stones. So we sold 1 player. Mint. Yeah. How much we getting for him, chat? We might as well put the figures next to it as well, because we're selling the players. How much you reckon we get for him? He's got 1 year left on his contract. How old is he? John Stones. He is 30. Fucking hell. He's 31 this month. I reckon you can get 10 mil? 15? 15? No, no, Jimmy. We'll go through the exercise and we'll work out what we've done at the end of it. But I get that. Do you reckon we'll get 15? Let's put 15 in there, but that might be a little bit optimistic, boys. I can't lie. Right, we sold one player. Mint. Let's continue. Vita Hayes, loan. Loan this guy. He's not played hardly any football for us. He's obviously not a player that Pep's looked at and gone, wow, he's a beast player in. Otherwise, he probably would have played a couple of minutes more than he has done other than the odd FA Cup game. Pep wants him in the under-21s. We ain't keeping it under... We're not buying a player for the best part of £30 million and playing him in the under-21s. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I'm saying loan. I'm saying loan. If you're saying keep Vita Hayes, we ain't making the 23-man squad, boys. We're going to be over and Pep's leaving. Yeah, he's got to be loaned. Yeah, loan. Josko Gvardiol, keep. Yeah. Ruben Diaz. Personally, I'd drop him for Huzanov going into next season, but we'll keep him. He's obviously not getting sold. That's fine. Ake. I think at the moment, and I might revisit this once we've completed the exercise, we might have to come back to it. I think you keep Ake, chat. The reason I think you keep Ake is because, one, he's homegrown player. Two, his injury record isn't actually that bad. This year, it's not been ideal, but it's not like Stones where it's every single season. Yeah, he's just got unlucky this year. The guy can play centre-back. The guy can play left-back. And he's also a left-footed defender, which we don't really have too many of. Yeah? Like, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 injuries this season, which is horrendous, right? However, last year he had 1, missed 13 days. The year before that, he had 2, 21 days, 13 days. He didn't get a single injury the year before that. The year before that, he had 4. He's not a player that's like constantly getting injured. He's just had a terrible year. And this last injury, he had surgery. He actually had surgery. Right, I'm going to put it down right now, yeah, as a keep. I'm going to put it down as a keep, but we might have to revisit it later on if we've not got enough spaces. Yeah, so he's on my keep list. Okay, Manuel Akanji. Akanji, chat. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me on Akanji, chat. I'll give you some stats while you talk to me in the chat. He's 29 years old. He'll be 30 in July. He's contracted for 2 more years. He's got an estimated transfer market value of 32 million euros. Injury record. This season, he's had 3 injuries, 2 adductor injuries. On the second one, he got surgery and an unknown injury. Last year, he had 1 injury, out for 25 days. The year before that, he didn't get a single injury in his first year. Going back to Dortmund years, his final year before City, he had 4 injuries. So kind of similar to Ake, really. He's not really an injury-prone player, but this year he's just had an absolute nightmare with injuries. Where's Huzanov on this list, by the way? Oh, there he is. I've missed Huzanov. I've missed fucking Recall and Huzanov. Right, I need to come back to them. I'll come back to them in a sec. Okay. Akanji. I keep him. I think for me, I think you keep him. I'm going to put him in the keep. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep him for 1 more year. Let me revisit it, yeah? I'm going to put it in the keep section. I'm going to put it in the keep pile for now. But I'll revisit it at the end. You might have to get sold, bro. I can't lie. But for now, I'm keeping you, bro. Let's go on the 2 that I missed. Huzanov, I keep. I'm not loaning him out. No way. Not a chance. Not a chance. Abdelkadir Huzanov, no way. Yeah, is this guy being sold? For me, he needs to stay. I actually wanted to try him as the first choice centre back next to Guardiola and drop Diaz to the bench. That's my opinion. But no way is he getting sold. It is an interesting one, chat, and I want you guys to think hard about this one. I want you guys to think long and hard about this one, guys. Rico Lewis. It's become clear that this guy's not a defender. This guy's not a defender, chat. I think the days of Rico Lewis right back are coming to an end. So for me, if you're keeping this guy, you're keeping him as a midfield option. But you've also got to remember that we now have Rodri, Nico G, we're buying Reinders, we've got Morgan Gibbs-White, you've got Foden, you still have Echeverri, you got Bob who can play there, and at the moment you still have McAtee. Or you keep him as a squad rotator. Let me just highlight a Kanji on here in yellow. I'm going to highlight. I've got a thing here. Where the fuck is what's going on here, mate? Everyone taught me. There we go. Just putting a Kanji in yellow because I need to revisit it. I think he's going to struggle for minutes next year, if I'm being honest with you. If we do what we need to do and buy the players that we need to buy, I think he's going to struggle for minutes. Problem is, he's also a homegrown player. So it's another homegrown player that you're losing. I'll put him in the keep pile for now. Yeah, but I'm putting him in yellow as a revisit option. We might have to sell him if we don't have enough players. But we'll see. We'll see what's happening there. Right, I think we've done all the defenders. We're currently up to 9. We're currently up to 9 players, chat, and we're only allowed 23. Right, let's move into midfield. Yeah, let me just make sure that we've done everyone. Yeah, done. Yeah? Or we'll put Walker on the sell list as well. But you ain't getting a transfer fee, mate, so that'd be a free transfer. JSP, yeah, he's still in sort of the academy bracket, bro. And he's under 21, so it doesn't really matter. Right, let's go into midfield. I will get to Nunes. I'm sticking by this because it's just easy to follow. I don't miss any players. Right, Oscar Bob obviously stays, chat. Obviously staying. Oscar Bob is part of the list. Kevin De Bruyne, sell / KDB free. Jeremy Doku, I think he'll stay. To be honest with you, don't see him going anywhere. Claudio Echeverri, guys. Captain. Club captain. Yeah. Listen, if it's me, I'm keeping the guy, obviously, yeah. But I think he's going to be loaned. So it depends what you want to do in this exercise. Are we doing what we would do? Yeah, we'll do what we would do, innit? Because this is not what we think Pep's going to do, yeah? We're going to do what we're going to do, innit? We're going to do what we would do. This is our game. After Wembley, game on, says Briggsy. I'm keeping him, bro. I can't lie. Echeverri. But again, you might have to be yellowed, bro. I can't lie. You might have to be yellowed. I'll yellow him. Listen, if he does get loaned, we'll just spam watch-alongs or wherever he plays for. Foden, keep. Grealish, sold. Loan. You ain't getting a fee for him. Ilkay Gundogan, for me, has to go. I thought he was very good last night, lads. I can't lie. Yeah, I thought Gundogan was very good. I thought he rolled back the years. His technical ability on the ball yesterday was superb. However, if we have to get this squad down to 23 players, we can't be keeping a 35-year-old man. He's 35 in October, boys. That's ridiculous. Yeah, so big up Gundo in it. I know you got the contract, but you might have to go, bro. Yeah, because you're 35. Kovacic, sorry, I'm selling him as well. Yeah, we got to be brutal, lads. I told you this game is not going to be nice. I told you this game ain't going to be nice, mate. You might actually get a fee for Kovacic, man. I'm going to put 10 mil. I reckon you get 10 mil for Kovacic. I think you've got to keep him, Ray. You got to sell him. Bro, you can't be keeping him, man. You're gonna run out of spaces in this squad, mate, if you're keeping the unks. You're gonna run out of spaces, and then Pep's leaving, mate. McAtee sold. In fact, what I'll do, I'll put Kovacic and Gundogan in yellow on the sell list, and if there is space at the end, then maybe one of them can stay. Yeah, McAtee sold 20 million. 25 mil. McAtee sold 25 million. Nico Gonzalez stays. Nunes. What are we going to do with Matthias freaking Nunes? Yeah. This guy's been balling out the last couple of months, but just makes mistakes. And by the way, yeah, anybody that's blaming Diaz for that yesterday has an agenda. Yeah, because there's not a chance that was Diaz's fault. Diaz is running towards the touchline, and all Nunes has to do is play a 10-yard pass down the line to Diaz, and he plays it the complete opposite side of the way Diaz is running. So anyone that's blaming Diaz for that, mate, is crazy. Go and watch the replay. I watched it this morning. I can't believe people are blaming Diaz for that. You know what, chat? I think I think Matthias Nunes deserves to stay. I think Nunes deserves to stay. I think he's played really well at right back, bar the errors. I think his position in the squad needs to be 100% squad rotator. I'm not with Camaro. Sorry, bro. I ain't with you on the start him at right back. But as a backup right back option, as an emergency midfielder, as a left winger, as a right winger, I think keep the guy. I think he deserves to stay if he wants to stay. If he wants to, that role in the squad, maybe he wants to play week in, week out. But if he's happy with that role of a squad rotator, that probably will play quite a lot of games and he'll play everywhere. If he's happy with that, I'm happy to keep him. Yeah, he's a versatile squad player. He doesn't seem to cause any problems in the dressing room. And I think he's actually a good player. He's a good player. And he's younger than everybody else. I think Nunes keep. Maybe I'll yellow him. I'll yellow him. There we go. We're up to 15. We've not got many spots left, by the way, chat. Yeah, so get ruthless. Some of you guys ain't ruthless enough, man. Real talk. I see some of you guys say keep in the chat, and you know who you are. Yeah, you know who you are. You guys got to get ruthless, man. You really do. Okay. Nico O'Reilly. Well, I think he's staying. I'd like him to stay. Emergency left back. Maybe he'll play midfield. I don't think he signed his contract yet. There was rumours that he was going to sign a contract extension with Manchester City. He might look at the rebuild then and go, you know what? I don't know if I want to stay. I think they get games. Obviously, Chelsea wanted to buy him. But I'd keep him. I'd keep this guy. Yeah. I think he's a good player to have around the squad. Perone sold. 25 million. It's already been confirmed. Phillips. Loan sold. Free. Rodri. In the squad. Savio. In the squad. Bernardo Silva. I think he's been awful this year. Absolutely awful. And last year, I didn't think he was that great either. But I rate his attitude. But you can't just keep a player because they say the right things. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, just fucking employ me. I'll play shit and come out after the game and say we're shit. Yeah. Chat, sell or keep. Sell or keep. Sell or keep. Sell or keep. Sell, keep, sell, 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 sell. I think he's gonna stay, but you ain't consistently good enough, bro. Like, you was good last night. You was really good last night. You were really good last night, yeah. But bro, you ain't been good, man. Can't lie. Yeah, this is ours though. This ain't what Pep's gonna do. Yeah, we're doing what we're gonna do. Bernardo Silva, I'm sorry, bro, but it's time to go. Oh, fucking hell, man. This is hard, you know. I told you it'd be hard, this. I told you this would be hard. Right, check out my Excel spreadsheet, guys. So, this is the keep option. Yeah, and remember, we're only allowed 23 on this list, yeah? Tech B, by the way. And then this is the sell option. You can have as many as you want on there. So, you're only allowed 23 on here, yeah? And this is the sells and that, yeah? What the fuck have I just done there? Right, let's get back to it. Time waits for no man. Right, we've done all the midfielders. Yeah, we've done all the midfielders, haven't we? Yeah, we've done all the midfielders. Right, time to go to the forwards. Haaland. Mamouche. And that takes us to 20 players. However, we're buying players as well, boys. This is going to get tough. Told you this is going to get tough. This is going to get tough now. So, new signings. Reinders takes us to 21. Morgan Gibbs-White takes us to 22. Yeah, we've already got the goalkeepers because they're already in there. Full back, left back. Oh, no, right back. We'll do right back. Right back, more important. That takes us to 23. So we're at the max list. We're at the max list. We're maxed out. We're maxed. Yeah, I'll put that as Cambiasso, innit? And then if you want a left back, we're at 24. So let me pull this up on screen. So we've gone over. We've gone over, chat. We've breached. All right, chat, there's a breach. Chat, there's a breach. There's a breach. There's a breach. There's a breach. Oh no, there's a breach. Pep's going. Pep's leaving the football club, boys. Pep's leaving. There's a breach. So, yeah, we've gone one over, boys. We've gone one over. So the options are... In fact, let's organise this now, yeah, by defenders and shit, because this is getting a little bit messy now. This is getting a little too messy. Right, get the defenders in there. Right, these are our defenders, yeah? We'll have them as yellow. Goalkeepers can be blue. Yeah, midfielders. See, the way City do it on their website's dead, mate. Yeah, one sec. I know this looks grim. One second. Yeah, Rico Lewis is... We'll put him in the defender category, but I'm not sure he really is. Bob can be in the attacker. Doku can be in the attacker. Echeverry can be midfield. Foden can be midfield. Nico G midfield. Nunes can sort of be in the defender. O'Reilly can be midfield. Nico G can be midfield. Rodri can be midfield. Morgan Gibbs-White. Reinders can be midfield. Yeah, so they can go. We'll put them as green. Savio, Haaland, Marmouche, Bob, Doku can be our attackers, yeah? And they can be purple, mate, yeah? And we're back. So what do you think about that, chat? Cooking on that. What a tech B, by the way, yeah? So we're one player over. So the options you've got is we revisit some of those players from earlier on that were on the potential sell list. Like, let's have a look at the defenders here. Oh, he needs to be greened. Let me just green him real quick. There we go. We seem to have a lot of defenders here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bro, I'm telling you now, yeah, I think Rico Lewis is at risk. I think he's at risk. Because you've got a new right back. Yeah, Cambiasso. Or like Cambiasso, your left back, and the left back's a right back. But you've got a new right back. And we're all saying Nunes, yeah, is the backup right back. And real talk, I'd rather have Akanji as a third choice right back over Rico. Rico, for me, is fighting to get in the midfield. But is he really getting in the midfield over Rodri? No. Nico G? No. Reinders? No. Gibbs White? No. Foden? No. Maybe he'll get in above Nico O'Reilly. And he'll get in over Echeverri, depending on the specific role. If it's more of like an all-rounder role, then fairs. Mateus, we'll come on to the homegrown shit in a minute, yeah, because that's fucking a whole new kettle of fish. I think Rico is at risk. Risk. Akanji. Risk. Yeah. I think we're going to be honest here, chat. I think this guy's risk. I think HMS is at risk, bro. Yeah, big up AK, man. I think he's risk. I think he's risk. I don't think anyone else in that team's risk. I don't think anyone in that team's risk other than them. I think HMS is getting loaned, boys. But would I loan him? Nah. Doku ain't at risk, man. I think Doku's one for next year. If he doesn't cook this season, I think Doku gets gone in it. Gets gone. LB, the third choice goalkeeper, will be an academy player. Yeah, maybe. But they might still. It depends on whether Pep would still consider them as part of the 23-man squad. You know what I'm saying? Echeverri replaced with Cover and Ake Lewis out. Tough one, this, mate. I can't lie. This is a tough one. This is a real tough one. I think he's going to loan Echeverri, guys. I think he's going to loan Echeverri. If you've got Foden, you've got Gibbs White, you've got Marmouche, you've got Bob, I think he's going to loan him. But I think for me, you're glazing Akanji way too much. I ain't really glazing him, bro. I've got a risk thing next to his name. So that's not a glaze. That's not a glaze if I put a risk thing next to his name. He's literally at risk. He's literally at risk. Right, let's go through this defense again, yeah? So how many right backs we got here? Right, let me just put right back there, yeah, because he's actually a left back, in it. Cambiasso. New right back. Right, so we've got right back's option. We've got new right back, yeah? New right back. Backup right back. Third choice backup right back between Rico and Akanji. Plenty of right back. Left back. Cambiasso. Backup left back. Split between Ake. Split between Guardiola. Fourth choice, Nico O'Reilly. So we're cool left back. Centre back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think you can get rid of Akanji. I'm sorry. I'm not prepared for that. I am not prepared. Let me just do the maths on that again, yeah? 1, Gvardiol, Diaz, Ake, Huzanov, and Akanji, 5. I'm not prepared to go into next season with only 4 centre-backs. Nope. No. Especially when one of them is Ake, who's been badly injured this year, and we don't know whether next year he's going to get back to full fitness. I ain't going into next season with 4 centre-backs. Nah. Byron Rays are not here, lads. They're loaned. Byron Rays are loaned. They ain't coming back to City next season. They're loaned. You're tired of Akanji. Yeah, no, but he'd be 5th choice, bro. Akanji would be 5th choice centre-back. 5th choice. 5th choice. I don't want an academy player 5th choice centre-back. I want academy player 6th choice. I want academy player 6th choice. You know what I mean? I'm not selling Akanji. I'm not selling him. Nah, I'm not doing it. I need 5 centre-backs. Remember as well, chat, Diaz has been picking up a few injuries as well this year. So Diaz could easily go down. Gvardiol is literally on the edge of an injury, by the way. Yeah? Edged. The guy's edged on injuries, bro. Real talk. We need 5. We can't sell Akanji. Sorry. So I'm deleting the risk. Risk deleted. Delete the risk. Okay. Midfield. DM options. Rodri, 1. Nico Gonzalez, 2. Right? And obviously Reinders at a push, 3. 8s. Reinders, 1. Gibbs White can play 8-2. Nico G, 3. Foden, 4. Attacking mids. Foden. Gibbs White. Echeverri. Bob. I don't think you can get rid of Echeverri, me. I don't think you can get rid of Echeverri, mate. I don't think you've got enough in the creative aspects of the squad. If you get rid of Echeverri, mate, yeah. If he goes and Foden gets injured, who's your attacking midfielder for a game every 3 games? What? Gibbs White? Every single game, 3 games. Every single game, 3 games. I don't think you've got enough. I think you've got Gibbs White and Foden as your creators. And Echeverri is a 3rd choice. I don't think you can get rid of Echeverri, mate. I really don't think you can get rid of Echeverri. I think you're playing a risk there with the attacking midfielders. Gibbs White and Reinders can create. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, though, bro, if Foden gets injured, so in that situation, let me bring up this comment by Liam, yeah? If Gibbs White, right? So Gibbs White and Reinders can create, right? But if Foden gets injured, that means literally you've got 2 midfielders. That's it. And if you're playing a game so Foden gets injured, hamstring injury, out for 2 months. You're literally playing Gibbs White Reinders every single game for 3 games, a game every 3 days. Yeah. Or maybe you rest one and play Nico G. But I don't think Nico G's a mad creator. I'm not getting rid of Echeverri in the system. I'm not getting rid of him. I'm not getting rid of him. Let me have a look at these attackers. Let me do the super chats first. Smash these likes up, guys. Come on, man. 1,400 people locked in. And we're not even at 500 likes, man. We need 7 people. 7 people. Smash these likes up, man, for 400 likes. Come on, guys. 7 people. Get these likes up, man. Let's have a look at some of these chats. Shout out German Chicken Wing says, that comment tells me the board numbers are not on the same page with Pep. There have been arguments between them for Pep to be threatening to leave. Well, probably this discussion, this debate, obviously there's always going to be debate, and I want them to debate. I want them to have different ideas. You know, hopefully they don't end up clashing. Yeah, but if everyone's just sitting around the table going, oh yeah, we all agree. Now, sometimes that might be good if you've got the legit idea, but sometimes in life, you've got to have challenges. You've got to have someone sitting there going, I don't agree with that. I think this is a better route. and then you have a debate, you hash it out. Maybe you say, right, we don't agree, we'll come back in a week, we'll have further discussions. Sometimes you need to have a bit of debate. Debate's healthy, man. Debate's healthy. Yeah, it's good to talk, good to debate things and work out which is the better route. But you can't just, but you don't want it to just fucking obviously turn to shit and like everyone start arguing with each other. But if these guys are professionals, then they should work out some sort of compromise, innit? But I don't have a problem with that. I think it's good. I think it's healthy. I really do. Shout out Darty for 19 months. Big up, bro. Says, big up LB, quick one. Do you think City are going to be back to competing for the league again next season based on who you think will sign? I think if Rodri and Foden return to full form like they were last year, I think we'll be competing for the league anyway. I think you add in the players, 2 full backs and 2 midfielders. Yeah, I do. I do. I'm not as confident of winning it, but competing, yeah. And the simple maths on this, Darcy, is if we had a fully fit Rodri for the full season and we had a Foden in form for the full season, how many more points do you think we'd have this year than we currently do? If your answer is any more than 10, which it should be, anything less than 10 is wild, it should be more than 10, then that puts City within about a 7-point range of Liverpool who won the league, which, you know, it's a couple of games. You beat Liverpool one game, you're in the title race. So I think we will be in a title race next year. Whether we win it, I don't know. But I think we'll definitely be in a race, 100%. And if we're not, I think that's fucking diabolical. Shout out Brian says, LB, you're too tall, 6'3" shorter than Erling. 8 inch shorter than Erling. Yeah, bro, I'm tall, innit, man? 6'3", bro. But yeah, Erling would tower over me, man. He would tower over me, 100%. Big up Brian for the super chat, bro. Big up to GG's in the chat, the 5, saying, mate, I'm seeing reports here in Denmark about City signing. Oh, you thought you got me, bro. He was like, he's reading it. Nah, bro. You think you can get me? Bro, I told you, bro. I've been doing this 5 years, mate. 5 years I've been doing this streaming thing, bro. I'm dialed in. I'm locked into the chats. I'm locked in. Yeah, it's 2:20. I've had 1.5 litres of water with a scoop and a half of electrolytes and a 500 ml Monster energy drink containing 150 milligrams of caffeine. And I had that 2 hours ago. So the caffeine's circulating through my veins as we speak. And you think you can get me like that, bro? I actually disrespected. Yeah, you've actually just disrespected me there, bro. Yeah, send another 10 Canadian dollars in super chat, yeah, as an apology, bro, because that's actually ridiculous. Yeah, listen, if I'm streaming at midnight, yeah, if I'm streaming at midnight, I'm streaming at 9 a.m., 8 a.m., and the brain ain't awake, the caffeine ain't hit, the electrolytes ain't there, fairs. But for you to send this in, bro, at 2:20 is disrespectful, can't lie. We need to sign more midfielders, says Anthony. I don't think so. I think that's enough. What do you think? What do you think, chat? Chat, what do you think? Is that enough midfielders? I think it's enough midfielders, bro. I don't think you need more than that. You missed O'Reilly. I didn't. O'Reilly's here. O'Reilly's there. And Pusey for me, nah, I think he's going to stay in the academy or be sold. I think that's, yeah, he's going to be sold, bro. I think it's going to be sold. I think it's going to be sold. Or it'll be the 5th. It'll be the 6th choice. It'll be the 6th choice. But I don't think he's going to stay. Attackers. Let's have a look at the attackers. Smash these likes up as well, guys, man. Come on, get these likes up. Let's have a look at these attackers. Savio staying. Haaland staying. Marmoush staying. Bob staying. Doku staying. You ain't getting rid of any of them. So, you need to get rid of someone. You need to get rid of someone. And if it was me, as much as I don't want to do it, yeah, and the only thing that would be stopping me from this is the homegrown quota, but we'd need to check that in a second, would be Rico. I'd have to sell him. Based off of elimination. Nothing based off of I don't like the guy. Based off the elimination process, I would sell Rico Lewis. Sorry, guys. I can't sell a Kanji. I don't want 4 centre-backs. I need 5. I need 5 centre-backs, me personally. Bro got us to the FA Cup final. I know he did. But it's hard. I said at the start of this exercise, I said, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. I get out of this shit, pulpit. What are you saying? Shameful, bro. Who would you get rid of then? Who? It's not easy, mate. This ain't easy. This is not easy exercise. I'm selling Rico, boys. I'm sorry. I know some of you guys are not going to agree. I think you get decent cash. I think you get 30 mil. He's got a good contract. He's a Prem proven. He's homegrown. I don't like doing that, man. I can't lie. That's raw. But listen, boys, the game's the game, innit? Sorry, Rico. Delete. Wow. That's tough. That's tough, I can't lie. That's tough. Right, let me go through the homegrown quota. Right. Doku. Non-homegrown. Bob, don't know. But Marmouche, non-homegrown. Haaland, non-homegrown. Savio. Might be homegrown because of his age. Don't know. I'll check it in a second. He's homegrown. Not homegrown. Not homegrown. Not homegrown. 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 Echeverry. How old is he? 19. He's homegrown for Prem. He's not homegrown for Champions League, but we'll just do Prem because Champions League's a whole new world of fucking complicated shit. Non-homegrown. 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 Don't know yet. Kuzanov, is he under 21? Nope. Non-homegrown. Non-homegrown. Homegrown. Non-homegrown. Non-homegrown. So far, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 homegrown, non-homegrown. We're allowed a maximum. We're allowed a maximum of 17. Oh, no. Yeah, this is non-homegrown, chat. This is non-homegrown. NHG. Non-homegrown. So, we need to check some of these players. Bob. I think Bob's homegrown, you know. He's 21, but how long has he been at City for? I think he might be homegrown, chat. When did we get him? 2021. 2019, he's homegrown. Buzzing. Homegrown. Savio. Not homegrown, is he? I don't think he's homegrown. Oh, my fucking God. He's 21. No, he's not homegrown. Shit. Right. Not homegrown. Gibbs White, homegrown. Foden, homegrown. Nick O'Reilly, homegrown. Ake, homegrown. So how many have we got now? 1, 2. In fact, what we'll do, yeah, we'll make this red. Bang. We're only allowed 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We'll have 3 more homegrown players, and we've got 4 positions. Oh, we might have actually legit cooked here, boys. I can't lie. We might have actually cooked. We might actually have cooked. We might have cooked. Oh, yeah, Echeverry is homegrown. Echeverry is homegrown. What have I got in there? Not homegrown. He's homegrown. Premier League is homegrown. Champions League is not homegrown. Oh, we're chilling, boys. Oh, we've actually cooked. Send this to Viana now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we're cooked. We've cooked. So this guy could be like a non-homegrown right back, and that's fine. And we could get 3 non-homegrown goalkeepers, and that's fine, no? Yeah, but fuck it. It doesn't matter where he's born. He's got to have played for an English club academy for 3 years before his 21st birthday, and he didn't do that. That's how to get around it. Otherwise, it's discrimination. If they did it based on where you were born, It's discriminatory. Basically racist, isn't it? It's xenophobic, bro. You can't do that. So the way they get around the racism is basically, or xenophobia, really. It's basically is xenophobia, really, isn't it? It's xenophobic, really. So rules are against people that live in different countries. Is they do it on where you've been trained. That's basically how they get. That's how they get around it. Bro, we all know we need a winger, preferably a right winger. I know, but I don't think we're going to get one this year, man. I don't think we'll get one next year. Isn't Carson homegrown? But I think he's going to leave, man. I think he's going to leave this summer, you know. Schmeichel. There's been talks on Schmeichel. You put him in. I'll put Casper in it because I don't know how to spell Schmeichel. Casper, he's homegrown. Yeah. As a third choice goalkeeper, homegrown. To replace the GOAT that is Scott Carson. New goalkeeper. Let's just say it's Costa. Costa. He's going to be a non-homegrown player. And then goalkeeper 2. You don't have to force this. You don't have to force this. Kasper Schmeichel, chat. Kasper Schmeichel. Kasper Schmeichel, innit? He can be third choice. He's 38 or something, so he can't really be second choice. We'll just say Ortega. We'll just keep it as Ortega for now. It doesn't really matter because they're not homegrown anyway, so you can just swap them out. Like, this doesn't have to be Costa. If you want this to be Donnarumma, that's fine. If you want this to be Juan Garcia, that's fine. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter. For the purposes of this exercise, it doesn't really matter who the player is. It matters if they're homegrown or not. So, I'll right back. Give me a non-homegrown right back, chat, who cooks. Give me a non-homegrown right back. Give me a non-homegrown right back, just so we can max out the non-homegrown. Who's good? Wesley, big up. Wes. Non-homegrown. Right, there you go. That's the list completed. So that leaves you with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So you actually have one place for homegrown. But remember, this is only Premier League. This is not Champions League. I'm not doing the Champions League because that'll take way too long and it's way too confusing, yeah? Let someone like Bailey do that from Sky Blue Times. Yeah, I'll just stick with the easy shit for now. So you could, in theory, you know, keep Bernardo, sign Rodrigo. You could keep another player if you wanted of the sell list. If you wanted to keep Bernardo Silva, keep one of the unks. You could do. You could do that if you wanted to do that, chat. If you wanted to get Trafford instead of Costa, you can do that. You can then keep 2 of the unks, but then you've got two players too many because Pep said he wants 23. No, he wants 23 max. So yeah, Champions League is different though. Remember, chat. Champions League is the opposite to the Premier League. Champions League, you need to have a certain amount of homegrown players, and Echeverry wouldn't count. Schmeichel would count. Ake would count. Foden would count. Nico O'Reilly would count. Gibbs White, I think, would count. And Bob would count. You might be all right there, actually. Steelers number 2. Yeah, you can do that if you wanted Steelers number 2, Jay, but like you don't need to. We've got enough space. We've got enough space. Add Rico in. You can have Rico in, but then you need to get rid of a player because Pep said he wants no more than 20 players. 23 players, and we've got 23. If you add Rico Lewis in there, you've got to sell somebody else. You got to sell somebody else if you put Rico Lewis in. There'll be a small squad, cannot include injury-prone players. A lot of unks, John Stones, Bernardo, Ake. I agree. That's why they're all on the sell list. What injury-prone players have we got there? Ake, only this year. He's not that injury-prone before that. Akanji, but he's my 5th choice centre-back, the same. There's not too many injury-prone players there, guys. There isn't. Under 21 players don't count for homegrown or non-homegrown lists. So next season, Savio, Huzanov, Nico O'Reilly, Rico, players born after January 24 for next season considered under 21. So Bob next season is homegrown. Yeah, I've got Bob as homegrown on the list, bro. I've got Bob on the list, but that Huzanov's not homegrown. So I've already done it here, bro. If you see the second, I don't know if you've seen this second column here, yeah, the B column, that tells you whether the player's not homegrown or homegrown. I've got Bob as homegrown. I've got it. He'll allow 24. Well, he literally said last night in the press conference, you don't want 24-man squad, which is why we've done 23. Do you know what I mean? We can't sell Bernardo. He's one of the players who still understands Pep's system, whether you like him or not. Without him, we have a headless chicken who ain't press. Well, who else you getting rid of then, Clive? Echeverri? It would have to be Echeverri, wouldn't it? You'd have to get rid of Echeverri. I think Echeverri... This is what I do, yeah? This is my squad. This is what I would do if it was me. What I think is going to happen, I think Echeverri is going to be canned, and I think Bernardo Silva will stay. That's what I think is going to happen. I think Echeverri leaves on loan, and I think Bernardo Silva stays. And that maxes out, by the way, your homegrown. Because if you take Echeverri out of here and put Bernardo in, that takes you to 17 non-homegrown players, and that maxes out your non-homegrown players. If you wanted to buy another non-homegrown player, you'd have to sell. You'd have to sell to buy. Or if you want to do cover, do cover. If you want to do Gundo, do Gundo. But the principle is, if you take out Echeverri and put in a non-homegrown player, you've maxed out. So you can't sign any more non-homegrown players without selling. Also, how much would this cost in terms of purchases? Costa 50 mil. Casper free. Wesley, let's say 30 mil. So 60, 70, 80 mil. Cambiasso, 50 mil. What's that? 130. Reinders, 55. So what's that? 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 185. Morgan Gibbs White, 70. So that 195, 205, 215, 225, 235, 245, 255. And that's it. 255. 255 million quid. That would cost you, that squad. What do you reckon that squad? Does that squad need a Prem, chat? Does that squad win you the Prem? Oh, nah. What are you saying? Nah. It doesn't win you the Prem, nah. That's crazy, bro. I think it can win you the Prem. I think it wins you the Prem if Rodri and Foden get back on it. If Rodri and Foden get back on it, then you can cook. You can cook. Should I do a poll in the chat? Does that squad win Prem? There you go. Poll in the chat, guys. Poll in the chat. Sign Rodrigo. You can sign Rodrigo, but you'd have to sell because Pep don't want more than 23 players. So who are you selling? Echeverri on loan. Echeverri on loan, innit? Echeverri on loan is basically like, if you want to do anything, you got to get rid of Echeverri. Or real talk, yeah. Nico O'Reilly, does he stay? Been good this year, mate. But if you buy a left back and you get Ake back cooking, does he play next year? Doku. I think Doku stays one more year. Can't be having a random as my starting right back. Better to play Cambiasso as a right back, get Ait Nori as an LB. I agree, bro, but that's what the club's going to do, innit? Club's getting Wes, mate. We're definitely signing Wesley, bro. We're definitely signing Wesley. Oh, this is a sick exercise, by the way. I can't lie. It was tricky, mate. It was tricky, though. It was tricky to sell Rico. I was a bit sad to sell Rico, but it's got to be done, man, I think. For me, I think it's got to be done, chat. Bro, please wipe off Jumanji from the list. If you wipe off Jumanji from the list, you've got to buy another centre-back. I am not going into this season with only 4 centre-backs when one of them's Diaz, who's picked up a lot of injuries this year, and the other one's Ake. And the other one's a young player in Huzanov. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You want to do that? Do it. I'm not going. But Juma Bar has to play. Juma Bar needs to play, man. Nah, let Jumaba stay at Lens for one more year. Let him play week in, week out. And then next season, let's bring Jumaba back into the team if he's good enough and he can maybe challenge for a starting spot. But, we've got a player there in Akanji who's going to be a fifth choice player. Fifth choice. You know what I mean? Is Bar going to come in and happy being a fifth choice player? I don't think he is. He wants to play. Let him stay there one more year, then bring him in next year. What's the net spend on that? Well, it's 255 for purchases. 255 for purchases. I'll do that. Let me get a calculator out, yeah. 255, take 15 stones, but I don't know if you're going to get 15. Walker, I don't think you get anything. Grealish, I put loan because I don't think anyone buys him. I think he'll be loaned like Phillips. Gundogan 3. Kovacic 10. McAtee 25. Perone 25. Bernardo 20. Rico Lewis 30. 130 million. But that doesn't include any other obligation to buys on current loan deals. It doesn't include any academy players. So yeah, 130, which is quite cheap, really, isn't it? Quite cheap, that. Look at that squad and think about Gyökeres at Liverpool. What do you mean by that? Like, what's your point on that, Fish? Do you mean you don't think it's good enough, or look at that squad and think? What do you mean by that? Expand on what you mean, bro. Do you mean that you don't think the squad's good enough, or expand? Expand in the chat. You don't have to super chat. Just put it in the chat. Oh, there you go. Even Arsenal, we ain't beating with that team. You don't rate that team now. You don't rate that team, no. That's an ass squad. Is it? Why don't you like it? What's ass about that squad? That team is holy buns. That team is ass. What? Is it? I think you guys are doing too much, boys. I can't lie. Let me have a look at these chats and then we'll put it on a lineup builder. And then I need to go in it. Shout out to 10 months says, yes, hope yourself and a chatter on a good Wednesday. Great game yesterday. Upset that Kevin's Etihad era is over. Do you like to see Rodri back for 2 with the 10 months? Yeah, big up to you, bro. Now, facts. Facts. It was a good day yesterday, man. Rare good day for Manchester City this season. I enjoyed it. I actually think it was probably like one of the best watch-alongs we've done in terms of like enjoyment. You know what I mean? there was no one going sick. Don't even consider them as non-homegrown. They will be under 21 list for Premier League. Under 21 quarter doesn't matter. They will be in non-homegrown list for 26, 27. Yeah, but they're not under 21 though. That's what I'm saying, bro. Savio's not under 21. Savio's over 21. Bob's over 21, but he's homegrown. Doku's over 21. They're all under 21, bro. You know what I mean? And the fact is that I'm not really doing it for the homegrown thing necessarily. I've added it in because it was easy to do. What I actually did this for, yeah, is to get the squad down to 23 players because that's what Pep said last night. He said if the team doesn't get to 23 players, effectively what Pep said is if the team's above 23 players, I'm leaving. So the experiment of this stream is to get our squad down to 23 players. I threw in the homegrown thing there because it was easy to do. But that's why I'm not doing the Champions League one because it's a bit more complicated. Sanko says, dead team, only 2 world-class players, need more. World-class players, I mean, let's have a look. Don't think so. World-class, not world-class. Right now, not world-class, not world-class, not world-class, not world-class, not world-class, not world-class, not world-class. Right now, not world-class. If we can get back to last year, yeah, he is. Not world-class, not world-class, world-class, but obviously needs to get fit in that. World-class Reinders. I'm not sure. I've not seen enough of him to say he's world-class. Very good player. I don't know if he's world-class. Gibbs White, not world-class. Not world-class. World-class. Marmoush. I think Marmoush is world-class, man. I can't lie. I think Marmoush is a world-class player. I'll be real. Not world-class, not world-class. So how many world-class players we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 if Foden gets back on form. 5. 5 world-class players. 5 world-class players in there. But you've also got players who can be world class if they can get the form up, yeah, and stay fit. So Diaz, for example, can be world class. We've seen him be world class, but he needs to get back on that form. Ake can be world class. We've seen him be world class. Need to get back on form and stay fit. You know, and then obviously the other players I don't know. Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You skip Cafunas. Chill. Aït-Nouri homegrown. I don't know. Is he homegrown? Has he been at Wolves 3 years before he was 19? If he was, then yeah. Why is the Echeverry homegrown come from? He's under 21, bro. That's the rule. Echeverry. He's 19 years old. So because he's 19, the Premier League means he's he's not homegrown. He's under 21, so he doesn't class. He's under 21. So it's not homegrown, but he's under 21, so he doesn't count. Under 21. So doesn't count. But for the purposes of this exercise, it's the same principle. It doesn't matter. There's no difference. The fact is, he doesn't class as a non-homegrown player. Sign Rodrigo, we can win the league and Champions League. Sign Rodrigo, or we can win the league / Are you saying we can win the league? Yeah, you're saying we can win the league. Champions League, not enough quality. I think Champions League difficult to win with that squad. I agree. I think Champions League will be difficult to win with that. I think Champions League will be difficult to win with that. You need at least 5 to 8 experienced older players. A world-class player has to have a good 5 to 6 consecutive superb seasons. 18-year-old with the season or 21-year-old 2 seasons are potential only. I think you've got enough experience there, though, bro. I really do. Yeah. I think you've got enough experience. Diaz is experienced now. The guy's 26. Ake's mad experienced. Akanji is experienced. Yeah. Foden is experienced. The guy's played nearly 400 games now for club and country. He's experienced. Nico G, even though he's still young, he's still pretty experienced. Rodri's experienced. Reinders is 26. Gibbs White's experienced, but experienced in a different way. He's not really had like the high pressure, so I won't really throw him into that one. Haaland's experienced. Bob Marmoush is 26. I think you've got enough there. I think you've got enough. I really do. How many world-class players does Liverpool have? How many players does Liverpool have? They've got world-class players. Alisson. I don't think Trent's world-class personally. I'm not a hater. I just don't think he's a world-class player. But we'll throw him in there. Yeah, whatever. I can't be asked having the argument. Trent. Van Dijk. I personally think Konate is very, very good. And I think he's very close. So I'd throw Konate in there. 4. I don't think Gravenberch is world-class. McAllister, probably, yeah, 5. And Salah, 6. 6. And I've got Trent in there, who's gone. And I've got Konate in there, who some people will disagree with. So 4. I rate Konate, boys. I can't lie. I think the guy's a fucking tank, mate. I think he's a beast. He's got pace. He's just a fucking... I rate. Akanji's better than Konate. That's rage bait. I'm not falling for that. That's rage bait. Rage bait detector just gone mad. Can't lie. That's just gone mad. That's just gone mad. Konate's a baller. What are you talking about? Konate's unreal. He's unreal. He's unreal, man. He's a beast. McAllister is not world class. I think he's world class in the sense that the way he plays the game is very clever. He can. I think he is. He might not score pure goals and get pure assists, but I think obviously that alone doesn't make you a world class player. I think the way he plays the game makes him a world class player. I don't think he's like an unbelievable player, but I think he is probably on that level of like being a world class player. Obviously, if they sign Wirtz, then add that to the list. If we get a winger, we'd have 5 players competing for 2 spots. Foden can play there. I reckon Savio gets sold. Bob Doco over Savio for me. Nah, I don't see that. I think you're the wrong way around there. I think if there's a player that's going to get sold, it'll be Doku over Savio. I really do. Again, and the reason I say that is because going back to what we were saying about Haaland the other day, is if we are building this team around Haaland, which you kind of are, whether you agree with it or not, because you give the guy a 10-year contract, so you kind of want to play to his strengths. Even if you're not like out and out building the team around him, you kind of want to play to his strengths, right? Given the fact the guy's on £500,000 every single week and he's on a 10-year contract. And you've got a player there who just doesn't work with him at all. So I don't think any of them get sold this summer. I think it'll be next summer, but I think if at the moment it would be Doku over Savio. I think we get sold. Salah, Van Dijk, Alisson are aging anyway. Yeah, facts. We need to hope Salah falls off, man. We need to hope Salah falls off this year. We need to hope he falls off. No winger getting sold. No, I don't think so. I think next year Doku clears Savio. I don't know why you're protecting him. Again, it's not necessarily a quality thing. Yeah. I'm not protecting him. Do you disagree with me that Doku does not connect and does not work with Haaland? And you shouldn't disagree with me on that one because he's been here 2 years and he's assisted him like 3 times. So you can't disagree with me, really. It's factual information. It's a fact. It's a fact that Doku and Haaland do not work together. That's a fact. Haaland doesn't work with anyone in the team. Okay. He scored 50 goals in his first year, 40 goals last year, and he scored 30 goals this year. But he doesn't work with anyone in the team. Bro, come on, man. What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing, man? The guy scored like 100 goals in 3 seasons, probably more than that, and you're saying he doesn't work with anyone in the team? Come on, Citizen, man. Come on. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Doku's the best dribbler in the world. I agree. It's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. Wouldn't sell any of them, but their output needs to improve next year. I agree. I agree, bro. That's why I give it another year. Give it another year, man. You got to give it another year. It'll be watch Saeed's video. Wow, what has he done? What has he done, mate? At the end of the day, if we're building a team around Haaland, we can't keep Doku long-term unless he changes. Facts. It's irrelevant how good the guy is. It doesn't work with him, which is why you got to give him 1 more year. And if he doesn't work next year, you got to get rid of him in the summer, which I think was what will happen. Give him next season with a new system and players around him. It might allow him to do more. I agree. I think so. I think with Reinders and Gibbs White, hopefully getting into the box, it will help Doku. And Doku will be better next year and get a better output. I think so. But if it doesn't, then you're cooked. You got to sell him. You ain't winning the league with your current wingers. The thing is, though, Gunnar, yeah, I don't think they play next year. In the system that I showed right at the start of the stream, let me bring it back up again. Bro, our wingers don't get in the team. We don't. The system that I like, yeah, which is what Nobbins put on Twitter before. I'll bring it up again here. We don't play with wingers. We play with fullbacks, which is why we need fullbacks. Look at this. Look at this. That's the system that I want us to play next year. That system. In that system, we don't play with wingers. Which, by the way, I did say this like a month or 2 ago. I did say this. I think our wingers are going to struggle next year because I don't know if they're going to be in the team. Because I don't think we're going to play like that. If we play like that, they're not going to play. You know what I'm saying? Reese says, I'm buzzing for next season. I can't lie as long as we get 2 new midfielders and fullbacks. Yeah, the fullbacks is so important, mate. We've got to get fullbacks. We've got to get fullbacks, man. We've got to get fullbacks. Facts. How is it irrelevant? You can't just... It is irrelevant. It is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. If I get the ball as a centre-back and dribble past every single player on the pitch and get to the box, but then kick the ball out for a goal kick every single time, it is irrelevant that I've dribbled past the players. What matters is getting the ball in the opposition's goal. Yeah. And that doesn't happen enough with Doku at the moment with the amount of take-ons he does. And again, I know I have to say this every time because all the Doku stands never listen. I don't think that's necessarily just a Doku issue. It's a coaching issue. But ultimately, We can't just be sat here in 4 years' time saying the same thing. And we're saying the same thing now that we said last year. And if we get to the end of next season, after 3 years, and we're saying the same thing about Doku, then ultimately you might be right. But it's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant if the ball doesn't go in the back of the net. That's the facts. It's not a Doku thing. It's not a Doku issue. It's a team issue. It's irrelevant, bro. I've already said, if Doku can connect with Haaland properly and connect with his team properly, he'd be one of the best wingers in world football. I've already said that. Which is why I'd give him another year. I'm giving him another year. That's 3 years. But if he doesn't connect next year, at some point, you've got to say, see you later. We can't keep waiting forever. You know what I mean? You can't just wait year after year after year after year. Say, oh, next year. Next year. I've said this as well, bro. I've said you're repeating everything I've already said, bro. You're repeating everything I've already said. I've said this for the last 2 years. Chat, have I not said this for the last 2 years? I've said this for the last 2 years, bro. But he's not doing it. So again, this isn't a Doku issue. It's a coaching issue. It's a system issue. But ultimately, it's irrelevant. Nah, I disagree with that, though, Nick. I've not said that, bro. If someone in the chat said it, then nah, I don't agree with that. But I wouldn't be selling Doku or Savio this year. No way. I'd give them both another season and then make a decision next year. Remember as well, bro, you got Bob to throw in there as well. But I would not be selling any of Doku or Savio this summer. No, I'd give them both another year. 100%. 100%. Facts. You were right after that watch along from Rennes, bro. I literally might be the best shout I've ever done on football. It might be the best shout I've ever done, bro. I knew that day after one watch along of Doku that this guy was gonna twist up this fan base, man. I knew it. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. The way he played, man, I was like, oh, yo, some of these City fans ain't gonna like this guy one little bit, man. Ain't gonna like him one little bit. One little bit. Can't do next year all the time, man. We'll turn into Arsenal if we keep doing that, says Mark. Facts, which is why you have to make a decision. You wouldn't buy a winger. Well, bro, I would buy a winger if we could get one, yeah? But I'm not buying another Doku or a Savio, yeah? Or a Bob. If we're buying a winger, I want a fucking baller, mate. I want a Kvaratskhelia. I want a Rodrigo. I want top class quality. Yeah, I don't want no more projects. So, yeah, I think we do need a winger, bro. I've said this for time. I want a winger. But what I'm saying is I wouldn't sell any of our current wingers. I wouldn't sell any of them. But don't bring me no like 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds that have had one season. Yeah, if we're buying a winger, I want quality. I want a world-class player. That's what I want. There's no point in buying another freaking 18-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe, Liam, but if we buy but bro, the thing is, yeah, that question, yeah, is a lot easier to answer if we actually sign one, isn't it? Right now, we're not being linked with any wingers. There's no indication at all that we're being linked with any wingers. So the conversation doesn't really exist. If City suddenly tomorrow get linked with Rodrigo or Kvaratskhelia or another sick winger, then we will have to face up to the facts that you're probably right and we probably need to sell a winger. And that conversation, trust me, will be fucking amazing because this fan base will fucking beef each other on who that player should be. But yeah, there you go. Shout out to Citizen says Savio kicks like a girl, put him on the sell list. I think you got Savio on the left. You've got to get Savio on the left. That's where he'd worked best this season. He's put some good crosses into the box for Haaland on the left. And ultimately, you are kind of right. When he's on the right, he can't kick a ball properly. So you've got to play him on the left. But then he obviously doesn't want to play Doku on the right. So you've got a problem because you can only play Doku on the left and Savio on the left. That means Bob will probably play on the right, which is cool because Bob was class on the right. But yeah, Savio for me is a left winger. Doku, I'm still not convinced Doku is just an out-and-out left winger. Pep seems convinced because he never plays him on the right. Pep seems absolutely convinced that Doku can only play on the left. I'm still not convinced of that. I'll be real with you boys, yeah? I still think I've not seen enough of Doku on the right to say, yep, he's shit on the right. But I've seen enough of Savio to know that Savio is miles better on the left than he is on the right. But I wouldn't sell him. But again, give him another year. If next year there's no improvement in Savio, you might have to sell him. But you've got to give him another year, bro, for me. I think Savio's done enough this year to earn another year. Shout Vish says, look at that squad and think about Gyökeres at Liverpool. Oh, I did that one before, innit? I'll big up to you, bro. How many game changes have we got in that squad? I think Marmouche is a game changer. I don't know. Not a lot. Maybe you've got like Gibbs White. Maybe Gibbs White can be a game changer. I don't know. Maybe he's a game changer. Maybe Reinders is a game changer. Rodri's a game changer. Foden can be a game changer. But I don't. Get out of him, my son, man. Why are you asking me these questions, bro? We need to glaze, bro. Shout out to the thing is, if we're replacing KDB with Reinders or Morgan Gibbs White, which there aren't anywhere near his level, if Verts went our way, would be more reasonable. Oh yeah, facts. And that's why, for me personally, anyone saying that like not getting Verts just doesn't matter one little bit, that's a lie, man. Like, it is a blow. It's a massive blow that we've not got Verts. That doesn't mean the season can't be good. We can definitely still have a good season next year. We can definitely still win the league next year. And maybe we could win the Champions League next year as well. Who knows? But there's no way that anyone can tell me and sit there with a straight face and say not getting Verts doesn't matter one little bit. I can't get on board with that personally. I think it's a massive L. But it's not an L where like it destroys everything, but it is an L. It is. We have to be looking for the next up and coming creator, boys. That's what we have to do. We have to look for the next. Who's the next big up and coming creator? Is it Mastantuono? Is it too early for him? You know, who is it? Is it Echeverry? Who knows? But we need to be looking out for the next guy, man. We need to be looking out for the next guy. Sanko says Rodrigo shit because of this season. Then Phil is shit too, says Sanko. Yeah, facts. I don't agree with that as well, bro. Completely agree. People are saying Rodrigo's shit because he's been bad this year, but he's a good player, man. He's just had a bad year. Facts. I agree with you, bro. I agree. Hatate, yeah. Hugh was did a stream with Hugh on Monday. I don't know if you was in the chat, Chris, but me and Hugh did a stream with Amos, and I asked Hugh. Well, I didn't actually. The guy in the chat asked him. Guy in the chat asked Hugh because obviously Hugh's a big Celtic fan. Said, "What's this Hatate guy saying?" And Hugh glazed him. Hugh glazed him big time. But Hugh's a Celtic fan, man, so I don't know if the glaze is legit or it's like proper glaze. I don't know. I just never heard of the guy either. Hopefully, for all of us, Foden comes back full form. Literally, yeah. Part of me now is starting to think this is actually legit, like the biggest thing for us. Real talk. Now we've missed out on Verts. I think this right here becomes arguably the most important thing for Manchester City going into next season. If we can get Foden back on the level that he was on last year, I think we'll be fine. Fine. If we can't, it'll be interesting. We might still be able to do something, yeah, with Reinders, Rodri, Gibbs White, and obviously Haaland up top and that on the wing backs, but let's not cut around. Yeah, let's just say the true facts. Foden last year was one of the best players in the world, and this year he's been shit. For whatever reason, he's been shit. I don't know, but he's been miles off it. I know there's still a couple of defenders in the chat. Big up to you guys for defending, but he's been miles off it. We need Foden back at it, man. Back at it. And if we can get him back at it, and you've got Rodri back at it, trust me, we'll be in a title race there just off them two alone. I don't know what's going on, man. I hope he sorts it out, whatever it is. If it's illness, whatever, personal issue. Maybe he's just legit, just in bad form. Maybe it's a fitness. I don't know what it is, yeah? Legit. People ask me all the time, LB, do you know what's going on with Foden? Bro, I don't know. I literally have no idea what's going on with that guy. We need him back, man. Watch the side. Well, why does this guy keep saying watch the side video? What side video, bro? What are we talking about? My final message. This guy, man. This one, yeah? Isn't the car park with shades on, man? Oh, for fuck's sake.
We are.
We got some videos on Master Swallow update yesterday night. He had a stinker. Even so, he scored an amazing pen. Then scored his own pen in the penalty shootout as the first pen taker for the team. Still got eliminated though, says Similion. Anyone don't know Similion? Yeah, he's our resident Argentina update. Yeah, we appreciate the updates, bro, because not all of us can stay up till 1:30 in the morning to watch him. So now, big up, bro. Yeah, I did see that this morning on Rising Stars. I saw that he scored a pen. But I also saw people in the comments saying he was shit. Big up, bro, for the super chat. Right, let's see what this guy's saying. What's this fraud say? I have to put this guy on +1 speed, man. Slow guy. Yo, big up Chris, man, as well for the membership. Appreciate it. Big up to you, bro. Nice one, mate. Appreciate it. What's this fraud saying?
We are here, man, and we're in the car park. My final message today before the big one. I thought it was only right, man, that we end in the car park. I'm going to switch it, guys. We're going to start off with the car park. I'm going to end the match reaction in the stadium. We're not doing the opposite way now. We're not doing it, guys. Yeah? Today is the day we win the Europa League, man. I slept all right last night. I woke up this morning buzzing, temperature booming, shades are on. Have you noticed how I had my shades on in these videos? There's a reason why. Shades are on. Kit is on. You feel me? We're here, live and direct in the car park. United. Been a long, dreadful season. It's been an abysmal season. But it's time now to rectify those mistakes. It's time now to be counted more than ever. This is the moment. Everything you've done in the Premier League, it won't be forgotten. But I tell you what, man, this moment here to go in the Champions League and beat Tottenham Hotspur, man, that's what it's about. I haven't traveled all these miles. We've not traveled all these miles. You haven't stayed up late every night watching Man United for no glory. There has to be some glory at the end of it. There has to be a trophy at the end of it.
There doesn't. Bro doesn't know how football works, isn't it? Nah, Bray. There is a world in which you lose tonight. I don't think you're going to lose, personally. I think Spurs are shit, but yeah, hopefully. We will be doing a watch-along, by the way, on the second channel, More LB, so make sure you get yourselves on that later on, innit?
People dismiss trophies, man. People dismiss good times. They say, you know what, man, not beneath me. No, nothing's beneath you. Nothing. United, 16, 17, it's been a shambles, man. But somehow today, I feel confident in players stepping up, man. Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Amad Diallo.
Bruno Fernandes, he's done nothing but slate Bruno Fernandes for years. For years. And now he's in the car park begging on his knees for Bruno Fernandes to do something. Now, this guy's so shameless. It's actually unbelievable, you know. Unbelievable. Yeah, no wonder the guy's got the shades on, man.
Them three, Mason Mount, what you need to... Bro, them three particular, though, they're the ones I'm looking forward to galvanize this team, bro. Players that played in finals. Our team is used to playing in finals. Even Maguire. There's players in this squad.
Oh, my fucking God. Now he's giving Maguire prop. That sun's fucking got to him, boys. Oh, someone fucking tweet him and say, whack the sun cream on, man. Yeah, I feel... Bro, something's not right here, man. Yeah, something's not right here. Now he's giving Maguire prop.
That have been in so many finals. We've been here before. We've seen it all. We've won the lot. When Man United, we never stop, man. 2 out of 3, we've won. This should be our moment. Tottenham fans here, I feel like they're just here for a day out, man. 15,000 without tickets. They're here for a day out, bro.
Nah, bro. Spurs fans can't accept that, man. Nah, that's a violation right there, chat. I can't even lie. Do you actually hear what he just said?
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
That's not acceptable, man.
We're not here for no days out. We don't do that stuff, man. We don't do that stuff. We're here to make sure we make amends from this season. That's what we're here for, people. Broski, I'm on smoke today, bro. I'm walking around today.
You're on fucking summit, mate. Yeah, fuck me. You're on something, pal. Yeah, fucking glazing Bruno Fernandes and Harry Maguire. Yeah, we know you're on something, mate.
I ain't chatting to nobody. It's game mode. You feel me, people? It is game mode. It's been a long season, bro. People are bantering me every single day, bro. I need to have the last laugh, like I always do. I have the last laugh, man. Oh, man, swear down, bro. I cannot lose to Tottenham, bro. I just can't lose to Tottenham. I've not even seen expressions yet, bro. I've not seen him. Don't know where he is. He's still not met me. Maybe I don't know if it's a reason. I don't know if he just wants to meet me after the game. Nah, man. That ain't happening. You're not meeting me after the game, bro. Man ain't being seen, bro. I ain't getting seen after the game, my guy. Today, this is where it matters the most. Win this European League. Win it. And get the hell out of here, bro. Man will celebrate for that night, and I'm gone. I'm locked in for next season. I'm locked in. Cunha, you know the rest. Get the players in.
Nah, this guy jokes, bro. I can't lie. You want me to tell you how many games Ruben Amorim has won in the Premier League this year, boys? Should we remind him? Ruben Amorim, chat, has played 26 games in the Premier League as manager for Manchester United this season. 26. Let's play a little game, chat. How many of those 26 games has he won as manager of Manchester United? He's won 6. 6 games out of 26. He has a points per game ratio of 0.92. And he's officially the 7th worst manager in Manchester United history. So how this guy's locking in for next season with this guy at the helm, mate? Yeah, just because you beat Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League final is wild. Bro, the sun's got to him, man. He's acting mad strange.
That's what we're on. Fam, I had to switch to, bro, we're in the car park right now because I said, yo, Ash, I was like, yo, I'm not coming here after the game. I'm not coming here after the game talking about how we lost. I'm not doing that, man. I'm starting off as a message to the Man United players. I'm starting off with my final words here. And then in the game, that's where we're going to have a party. Yeah? We're going to be singing songs, Ruben Amorim. Oh.
I fucking hope United get beat, mate. Because if United get beat, yeah, let me tell you something. Guys getting cooked, mate.
All of it, bro. I need this for everyone, bro. But Ruben Amorim mostly. I want Ruben Amorim to succeed. Like I said to you, but for me, I believe he needs to get backed regardless of what happens in the Europa League. I could be on a madness after the game. We could get battered and I could whatever. But I believe this manager deserves this break, bro. I swear down to you, man. It's been tough for the manager, bro. It has been, man. What has happened to this manager, bro? It's been...
Making excuses for the manager, chat. Is that what I'm hearing, chat? Excuses. He's making excuses for the manager who's getting paid, what, £10 million a year? Crazy.
Very, very unfortunate. And I feel low-key sorry for him because I'm like, yo.
Low-key sorry for him?
Bro, like...
Low-key sorry for him? Nah, bro, what? He's won 6 matches in 26 and you feel sorry for him. He's on £10 million a year. I think he'll be all right.
The guy deserves something. He deserves a little...
Why? Why does he deserve anything? Why?
Break, bro. Ash, come in, man. Talk to me, bro. What are you saying?
I gotta be honest, I'm nervous. I'm a little bit nervous now. Now I'm here. Now we're here. I'm thinking.
Bro, is this the United version of Pulpy, by the way? Oh, nah.
The stakes are high.
Yeah.
It matters. You know, a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago, whatever, winning Europa League, okay. We win it, we lose it. Amorim's been poor in the last couple of months, but right now, we're desperate for it. We desperately need it. And what gives me confidence is knowing that we've been there, we've done it. We've got players in that team that when they turn up into that stadium, they've been there already. They know what it's about. I mean, they're not getting overawed by the occasion. You look at the Spurs players; they're going for the first time, and then the nerves are going to set in. They're going to look around. They're going to look at the teammates. They're going to look at the fans. They're going to look at the occasion. And are they really ready for it? Are they prepared? That's going to knock them maybe 5-10%, and that's enough. That's all we need. That's all we need. So for me, I'm looking at Casemiro. I'm looking at Maguire and Bruno, who's been there, and a bit of confidence. You look at Mason Mount as well. Those lads, those will be comfortable there. They'll feel confident. So I'm hopeful, but again, the nerves are there. We've been there.
Tottenham fans have been speaking as well. You know what I mean? The Tottenham fans have been talking as well. We've seen them, Ash, and you know what, man? Yeah. They are confident. They are buzzing.
Yeah, they're confident.
Wow, Tottenham fans are confident. I'm surprised at that. I can't even lie. They're confident, yeah. No, I'm not confident, mate, in Spurs winning this game.
But you look at us with the Lyon game, do you know what I mean? Destined in that moment. Yeah. You know, that moment, we're 4-2 down, we get back into it, and it's those moments, United, you see it. And you look at Bilbao, we went into that Bilbao game thinking, in the semi-final, we was a bit nervous, a bit edgy.
For them to be the final.
For United.
For Bilbao, when you look at it, for them, lot, they were meant to be, it's meant to be there.
Nah, bro, they do. People say this all the time, man. This is BS, bro. Yeah, like the amount of times, like, oh, just because this team, the final was playing in their like stadium, oh, they were destined to play it. Like, nah, bro. How many times that actually happened, chat? How many times that actually happened where a team has the final in their stadium and then gets to the stadium? Like, if it gets to the final, it's very rare that happens, mate. Very rare. I think it happened to Bayern, didn't it? Bayern did it against Chelsea. They got beat.
They're meant to come back home and win the final in their home city.
Yeah, but
it didn't happen.
But our destiny's stronger. Our destiny speaks louder. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're about. We came here nervous. They were confident, and then what happens? 3-0. Do you know what I mean? Slaps them. So for me, I'm confident. I'm confident, but again, the nerves a bit of edge, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? There is a bit of edge to it. So we'll see as it goes on. But yeah,
bro, listen. I just think for me, like, I'm just hoping that we play to our maximum, and we play to our maximum, we win the game. Simple as that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree. Does anybody here think Spurs can actually win? Because I'll be real with you boys, yeah. I think this is going to be like 3-0 United. I think United will batter them. I genuinely don't think that United will even break a sweat here. I just think Spurs are dead. I think Spurs are so trash. They've got pure injuries. The manager's dead. Like, I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. I just don't see Spurs doing anything. I hope I'm wrong. Desperately hope I'm wrong.
We play to our maximum. We win this game. And that's what United should be doing. Play to your maximum. Play to your strengths. Understand when things are not going right, go back to basics, man. Don't let this Tottenham team, for some reason, you know what's mad about this, yeah? For them to win this game, yeah, they need to play at this unbelievable tactical level. I don't know what they're doing, yeah, but they haven't got that intensity that
I swear to God, yeah, there's so much clippable content from this video if United get beat. In it, chat, how much shit can we clip from this video if United get beat, boys? So much.
I feel like that people are talking about. They haven't got Kulusevski. They haven't got Maddison. That's why I'm a bit confident, because I feel like them guys were the reason why we lost the game. I know Johnson scored and whatnot, but I'm sorry, man. That Maddison and Kulusevski, they ran the park in all them games, bro. They did. They had the creativity. So we can't really say, like, yeah, cool with that. Bro, like, our weapons need to be stronger than theirs. And I feel like we are. Our weapons are stronger than theirs. Onana, flipping, I feel like not speaking about him, but you do your job. Do your job. But I don't know, man.
Oh, Nana, what's my name? Oh, Nana, what's my name? Listen.
Check what we're on, and then, yeah, man, like I said, bro, we're here. Tottenham fans are here. They're all active. And, yeah, man, we're just in the car park, people. We are in the car park, people. And, yeah, man, I've got a final few words, man. This is your moment.
He's gonna do the Don Robbie thing, bro. He's gonna do the Don Robbie thing, the motivational message. Oh shit. Oh, you ready for this, chat? I smash the likes up, people. I get these likes up, man. Smash up the likes. Make sure you guys are subbed up as well. Here we go. You ready?
Few words, man. This is your moment. This is your opportunity to make things right. This is a moment for you lot to put things right in what has been a horrible, horrible season. A lot of United fans have been down, miserable. We belong in the Champions League. We do. I don't care what anybody says. Manchester United Football Club belong in the Champions League. We don't belong in the Europa League. We don't belong in the Europe Conference League. We don't belong to not be watching Champions League football or be playing in Champions League football, should I say. This is our moment. Seize it. Amarin, set of tactics that you know is good and well. Perform, deliver. Please, United, do not let me down. Because I don't think I can cope with the summer that we are going to have if we don't win this Europa League. Inshallah. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we are out. Peace. United, don't let me down, bro.
Oh my God, bro, this guy, man, I swear to God, yeah, if they get beat tonight, yeah, there is so much of that video that we can take apart, clip up, and cook this guy. Unfortunately, I really just don't think that's going to happen because Spurs are just dead. Like I say, I will do a watch along on the second channel, more LB, link in description. We'll be live at, well, before the game. I don't know how long before the game. We'll go live tonight and get a bit of a preview in there and then do the watch along, man. It'll be a mad hate along, so make sure you guys get on it. But yeah, man, I'm going to dip in it. I got to go gym. Big up to you guys. Make sure you smash up the likes. Big up Chicken Wings says, what do United, Southampton, Ipswich have in common this season, LB? Negative goal difference. Negative goal difference. Under 40 points. Shit. I don't know. You tell me. Most losses. I'm not sure. What's the answer, bro? Most goals conceded. I don't know. What's the answer? The only teams with no back-to-back wins. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Big up Echo Falls as well, man. Yeah, we'll definitely get on that. Special edition, man. Special edition cook sesh of Saeed. Now, big up to you guys, man. Make sure you guys smash up the likes. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as well. If you like I said, I'll be back later on. I don't know. I might go live early, man, tonight. I don't know. I'm not decided, innit? I'm not decided. But yeah, we'll definitely go live. Big up Vish says, if United deserve to be in the Champions League, we deserve to be in the treble. Nah, big up, man. Smash the likes. Make sure you guys are subbed. Martin's still live, I think, as well. So I'll redirect over there. And I'll catch you later. More LB second channel. Make sure you subbed up. Link in description. See you in a bit.